That works.
Y'all already know that was BTS, right? Okay. BTS.
They didn't catch
Thank
nothing.
you so much for tuning in to Glamorous Conversations, where we have uncomfortable conversations with comfortable people. In today's world, we got so far away from having uncomfortable conversations because we don't want to offend anybody. That does not mean you should not speak what's on your mind or speak your truth
There's a way to do it.
respectfully.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There's a way to do it.
So again, y'all already know I own the Lupus Has No Face podcast, but I keep these separate because this is a different part of Savannah, the Savannah Burst brand. And of course, my guest has so much going on. We had to bring him over to Glamorous Conversations because some of the
Appreciate you.
stuff that we could not have talked about on the Lupus Has No Face podcast. So with that being said, before you get started, why don't you like, share, and subscribe, okay? And we're gonna hop right into it. So I know on the Lupus Has No Face podcast, we was talking about your apparel line, right?
Correct.
So I want to go a little I want to go a little more in depth into your apparel line.
Mm-hmm.
So don't beat me up on that. It's called
AOD.
AOD.
I ain't gonna beat you up. You too pretty to
Like,
be
you
beat up
gotta
now.
give
Come on
yourself
now.
a pass because those are not letters that normally go together. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You going with the Greek?
Yes.
Like, okay.
You did some
I'm
research?
with the Greek.
You did some
No,
research?
I'm Greek,
Oh, okay,
so
okay, that
I
makes
was
sense.
like, I was gonna ask you, was you
Yeah,
in fraternity or
that's it.
something?
Nah. It was just the inspiration, like I said on the previous podcast when you had me on it again. Thank you for having me on and having me on again. Um, yeah, music and because the design that's in the tag of the clothing line are my initials, AAF, right? So I wanted it to be something that started with an A that had to do with music by Aaron Forston. So AOD by Aaron Forston is the actual logo that's in the tag of the actual shirt and hoodies and sweatshirts and things like that. So that's where I got the inspiration from. And I read The Power of Broke by Damon John, and I wanted to look up the word muse because I kept hearing it but didn't know what it meant. And I've heard Kobe use it. I've heard other people use it. Jay-Z used it. So when I looked that up, everything came together after that. I actually drew the logo that's on the tag or when I was 12 years old. And I just, if I ever have a clothing line, this is going to be the logo. And I just kind of brought it to life when I got the opportunity to.
So you are wearing one. I had wore one on my last podcast. And I
Looking very fly. Looking very fly.
you know.
Very
got
fly.
on one
Very
too.
fresh.
Thank you so much. Like I said, the material is very dope for me. I like how things feel on my body. I'm not wearing something stiff and
Appreciate it.
so you have it on though. So I want you to kind of show them your design. Y'all see that design, and it has no glitches in it or anything like that. And everybody can speak to music and fashion. I'm both. Okay, I listen to music to get over anything, or to amp up,
Like
or
most people do. Like most
whatever.
people do.
And I
Right.
dress up to make myself feel better, or to just simply put that shit on.
Yeah.
Okay, so you already told us. Well, no. So, what does the name mean? Because the name was your initials, right?
Well, that was the
That's
logo. No, that was the logo.
That's
The
logo.
AOD.
So, what does the name mean?
I'm glad you asked. I didn't think she was gonna ask me.
Oh, I got you, baby.
It means voice and song in Greek mythology, and again, like it wasn't intentional to go with Greek mythology, but it fit with the vision that I had with the AAF. So AOD by Aaron Forster, and it means voice and song in Greek mythology. Yes.
You definitely got a ringer, a
Yes.
bell ringer. I
Yes.
like that. Voice and
Yes.
song.
Appreciate it.
And why was it important for you to choose something rooted in music?
Because it's natural. I love music. I've always been a lover of music. Been writing lyrics down since I was 9 years old. I was making beats at one point. I haven't been really, really inspired to make beats because of the business side of it or whatever. And I haven't had the opportunity to create. And that's part of it too. If I don't have the opportunity to create, my creative juices shut down. So, like I said, I was making beats for a while, trying to get placements, and that just wasn't working. But whenever I get situated again, I do plan on pursuing making beats again, and maybe writing the lyrics again too.
You definitely got a home here at TDR if you want to come write, my guy.
Okay,
Save me the trouble of hiring somebody.
Let me know.
You
We
want
can
to make these
we can
instrumentals for these shows.
yes. We can definitely work that out.
Okay.
Hmm.
How did your love for music influence the vision and authenticity of your apparel line? I'm gonna dive in a little deeper.
That's what it was. It was like I said, my love for music. Been writing lyrics since forever. The song that inspired me to start writing lyrics was "The Block Is Hot" by Lil Wayne. So yeah, just the rhyme pattern he was using and things like that. So like, 'cause I've been writing ever since then, and started to write when I'm at work to distract myself from being at work because I don't want to be there. And that's what I've been. This music is just, it's everybody's everything to some point. It can heal you, it can help you, it can be representation of whatever you're going through at that moment, or however you're feeling. It can make you feel happy, it can make you feel sad, and make you feel angry. It can
Yeah,
calm you down. It can do
yeah,
everything. So
for sure.
yes,
It
music
make
music is definitely a part of everyday life. You see the soundtracks, you see the scores, the movies, and music in general, and even when you don't got instrumentations, that's how people came together, like in other tribes and things like that. Music is just
take it all the way back.
yes. And then, like I said, fashion is very, very similar. They're both some of the most universal languages, music and fashion, and like I said, with sports too. But just wanted to bring people together with things that are organic to me.
Okay. No, that definitely music is a big part in our culture.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying? Secrets, we can take it all the way back if we want to take it all the way back.
Hmm.
But just like you said, music can make you feel happy, sad, it can make you do some stuff that you would normally want to
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So music is very inspirational. So that's why like I feel like some of the artists kind of like, softened the blow a little bit. Don't come for me. They softened the blow a little bit, saying a little bit of motivation and stuff because they see that they got the ear of some of our young people that's following the trends and the
yeah.
things that it is that they do. So now it's like really okay to look how you look, but being educated is cool.
Yes, yes,
Going
yes,
to school
yes.
is cool. Being
Right.
respectful is cool. So I definitely like the fact that you said that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when someone wears, you got to say it to me a million times, ADO,
AOD.
AOD.
You got it. You got it.
Don't listen, y'all.
You
Y'all
got it.
know I'm bad with names. I'm
You get it.
bad
You
with
got it.
them.
You got it.
Y'all
You got it.
bad
We
with them.
here. We
Okay,
here.
please don't be offended.
I, we good. We good. We good.
Okay. How do you want them to feel? When somebody put your hoodie on,
Mm-hmm.
put your t-shirt
Mm-hmm.
on, how you want us to feel?
Comfortable and fly.
That's how I felt.
Comfortable and fly.
That's how I felt.
Some people go. A lot of
That's how I
people
feel right now.
appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. A lot of people choose one or the other. I want you to be able to do both. You know what I'm saying? Be comfortable, be fly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Stand out.
So when you put that stuff on, when
I'll
you
put
put
that
it,
stuff on.
you got to be comfortable and
Yeah,
fly. You heard
comfortable
what
and
he
fly.
said. You
Yep.
heard he said. Okay, so is it just fashion or is it a lifestyle statement?
Um, both,
Mm-mm. Can you
both.
explain? Elaborate.
Because like I said, it's combining two different worlds that are universal anyway. Because there's so many walks of life that love fashion, and fashion is worldwide, and so is music. So it collides both worlds. And again, if you live in it, it's easy to just come off as natural when you're rocking it or feeling comfortable with doing anything in life.
So like I'm gonna take it back a little bit. So Punky Brewster was my thing.
Who?
I love Punky Brewster.
What's that?
Wait for your
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, now you're
Punky.
not that old, much older than me.
When you find a picture of Punky Brewster or the show, can you put it on the screen? Punky Brewster was a TV series,
Okay.
Oh,
and
you
I
really,
love
you
it.
really dating yourself.
And I don't look like it,
Not at all.
and
Not at all.
thank you.
Not at all. And I don't say stuff because it's PC and because it's cool. I genuinely mean that she's very pretty. I'm not just saying that. I've been telling her that too. So,
Thank you.
you're
Don't
welcome.
make
You're
me
welcome.
blush on here at all.
Hmm.
No, but Punky Brewster was my thing. Like I watched her over and over and over again. But I brought her up because my daughter.
Mhm.
This is where the most back and forth I ever had with fashion.
Hmm.
So in my mind, I'll be putting that stuff on. There y'all go. That's Punky Brewster. Okay, that's one of my
I've never seen
all-time
that.
favorites.
I've never seen it. Is that the girl from Family Matters?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what
okay, I
Family
recognize
Matters.
her.
This was actually her very first show.
Okay,
Okay, so since we here, fun fact: her character name, she couldn't remember her own acting name since we in the role of acting.
Mhm.
So instead of giving Cherry Johnson a character name, they just used her name.
Okay.
So on the
Okay.
show, she is known as Cherry Johnson, which is actually her real government name.
Okay. Yep. I've never
Oh, I
even
didn't
heard
know
of this
that.
show.
Yeah, I told you.
Okay,
Got a lot of you
trivia over
got a lot of
here.
useless information over here for no
Trivia
reason.
over
Yeah.
here. Okay, so back to my daughter. she will we will buy these expensive items, but it looked like, what is this? What am I? What did I just pay for? Like,
Right,
what
right, right,
is
right,
this
right,
supposed
right.
to be? And I used to be on her, and my family and friends used to be like, because I used to be so frustrated. Like, I can't be dressing like this, and she dressing like that. They're gonna be looking at me like this, and I know I be taking care of my daughter. But the thing was, she was clean.
Mm-hmm.
She had baths, all of that, and I had to learn to let her have her own sense of fashion because she's expressing
Yeah,
who she
yeah,
was.
yeah.
And once I got, because it's all about mindset. Once I got my mindset there, I was okay. I didn't give a damn if she ironed, long as she was smelling good,
Right,
spread.
right, and clean.
She,
Yeah.
Right.
I was okay with it. Yes,
You,
Tom.
So you know what's funny, and I had to learn this. A lot of things that we don't think is fashion for the kids is
I never
actually
thought of it that way.
fashion.
I was
I
gonna
never
say
thought of it.
Yeah,
I
they
never thought of it that way.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of things that they find fashionable is not fashionable. Like I told you the other day, or I actually put it on Facebook. My daughters have two completely different styles to the point where my oldest, if you've ever watched the TV show Wednesday, literally my daughters are like Wednesday and her roommate. One's loud, colorful, beads all up the arm. Like Savannah would be proud. Okay. While the other one is all black everything. Like in about 5 minutes, she's gonna go rub a grocery store. But believe it or not, in their circles, that's their fashion.
That
That's
makes
how
sense.
they roll.
Yeah.
So can't judge them what they put on.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you say,
yeah.
just make sure they clean and they don't
Make sure
stink.
they clean. Make sure. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That's facts.
And their hair did.
Yeah, and so that was the very first time that was a struggle for me because I only got one daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know if I have more kids.
Did
So
you
this is
did you
like,
want to like have your style or
yeah,
like a mini me?
yeah.
Okay.
I wanted a mini me, but
Okay.
that's baby. If you watching this, that's you my mini me. But
That's
she
what's
would
up.
frustrate me with that. I used to be like, oh my gosh. And then her brother used to always take her for her. So when I started getting into, well, I've been got into it, but I never accepted. When I started getting into like Fashion Week and London and all that stuff, that stuff is unique. I'm gonna say that,
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
but
Yes.
it's fashion,
Yeah. Yeah.
and what people think is ugly is fly.
Yeah.
So I say, if you want to put on whatever it is that you want to put on, just make sure you clean and all that, and rock what you rock. Who cares what anybody else say? Because that's how you feel
Facts.
on the inside.
That's facts.
So I definitely received that as being a lifestyle statement. What was the moment you knew your brand had to exist? It just had to be out in the world.
Um, it's a good question. I guess, like I said, going back to reading the Power of Broke, and then going through losing the job, where it's like, okay, and even before that, originally going into making beats and things like that, I wanted to. That was the first thing. Music is the first thing, then fashion, then acting, then other stuff that I'm currently doing, and I don't want to be solely dependent on the 9 to 5 world. I want to be able to have a little more control. I know people people didn't like or understand it at the time, but the Dame Dash interview from Breakfast Club back in 2015,
Yeah.
I was already having them thoughts. So when he said it out loud, it's like, okay, I'm not crazy. I don't feel the security of 9 to 5. It's so many elements to jobs where they go out of business or they want to fire you for whatever or force or make conditions to where you want to quit. I don't want to be solely dependent on that. We already are not going to have much social security by the time we get time to retire. So I want to have some more control and do things that I want to do. You always hear the cliche of if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. So now I'm try to pursue that with my entrepreneur things and things that I'm comfortable doing, things that make me creative.
And you are doing that. Try to take the train out
Thank
of
you,
that.
thank you.
You are doing that with your
Hmm.
entrepreneur, and I would like to say, even though that's what you love, you're gonna hate it at times.
Hmm.
People got in their mindset, especially these kids and not knowledgeable adults, think because you do what you love, you're gonna love it all the time.
Right, right, right,
Heck,
right,
no, you're not
right,
gonna love that
right.
shit all the time.
That's
You're
a
gonna
fact.
hate that shit. Wanna throw that shit in the garbage. Wish
Right.
that you never did it. You're gonna be doing all types of things. So, um, it's like a love. It is a love and hate
There's a love hate
relationship. But at
relationship.
the
Yeah.
end of the day, when you go to bed, just like you do with your spouse, if you are happy with what you're doing, then that means that you are supposed to be there.
Right, right, right.
Yes, Tom.
And this is when it's a very good opportunity for you to also look at getting yourself a business coach. Because when you hit that wall where you don't want to do this no more, maybe it's time for you to go talk to your coach and make sure you sign up at snacoaching.com to go ahead and help you get your reality back to where it needs to be at so you can continue to love what you do. Class is starting soon.
Bet, bet.
I'm sorry, I'm a natural. Just I'm a promote.
How does creativity show up in your design? Is it emotional driven? Is it experience, or is it inspired by a song? God, I couldn't even get my words
You
out.
good? You good? We
You
good? We
good.
good? We good?
You
We
good. We
good?
get what we get it. We
Well, if you notice, the design is the bass clef. That's the music bass
Yeah,
clef.
yeah.
Me personally, I just love bass music. Like I used to have subs, like as a teenager and things like that. So subwoofers and um, I'm gonna say it now, but Puff did an interview a while back and was saying a lot of the black music that we love, one of the key elements of it is the bass lines and the things that we love about. That's why we love the music that we love from back then. So when I saw Puff do that interview years ago, that kind of stuck with me, and it's always like I said, I've always loved that. That's the groove part. The what we love is the bass line. That's one of the most important things of music. So
That is very true because I've heard some songs that I didn't know what they were, would just sing them.
mhm.
But then you add a little melody to
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
bass line
yeah.
to it. It's like,
Okay,
okay,
yeah,
let
yeah,
me learn this song so I
yeah,
can know,
yeah.
what it is. So
Mm-hmm.
I believe that to be true.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to move on to media and podcasting space.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned you wanted to step into the media and podcasting space.
Correct.
What sparked your interest or your desire?
I want to get into media because I noticed that a lot of media talks about the same stuff, and a lot of it is more so driven off of dramatic, personal stuff. Like, for instance, back in the day, you got the Will and Jada stuff going on. I don't want to talk about your personal marriage. Your personal marriage is your personal marriage. I don't want to be in your personal business. What you and your partner got, or partners, because I know people do more than one partner now. I don't want to exclude nobody. Whatever the arrangement you and your partners got, that should be the arrangement. That's what y'all deal with. I don't want to be sitting here talking about that. Me personally, you are an actress. I want to get up here and talk about your craft. I don't want to talk about what you got going on, or whatever the case may be. And I feel like everybody's doing that because that's going to get the clicks, that's going to get the likes, that's going to get the share, that's going to get the rage bait and things like that. I wanted to try to do the opposite. Like Charlamagne the God has Donkey of the Day. Where is the opposite of that? Like something positive of the day. I don't see it, and I would love to try to at least get into that. So
And you know what's sad about that? Unfortunately, society complains about that, but we don't do anything about that. And I'm saying we
exactly,
as a society,
yeah,
negativity sells,
it does.
lies
It
sells,
does.
positivity don't sells. And
Hmm.
I'm not saying it don't sell like it don't do good.
Right.
It does great, but you have your community and what it's lane for. No
Mhm.
matter what community it is, negativity is gonna go all across the board.
Right. Right. Right.
No matter what community, nationality, nothing that you are. People for some odd reason like negativity, and I did a lot of research on that, and y'all gonna be mad,
Hmm.
but people like that because it makes them feel good in the inside. They don't know who they are. A lot of people are broken. It takes whatever it is that they're going on in their life to be focused on something else. It fakes validate them. You
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying? It put false narratives in their head for them
Right.
to continue to be a shitty person. So a lot of you people that are liking all of those things are y'all are really broken and traumatized
Right.
and not confident and don't know who you got. They don't know who they are. Because for somebody, just think about it. For somebody that's like educated, and I'm not saying people are not educated.
Right.
For some people that's like educated, that like positive, that like light, that has faith, that just want to be this well grown woman, this well grown man. Da, 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 da. Reading negativity is gonna irritate their nervous system, and they're gonna not gonna write that.
That's where the rage bait comes in. Yeah.
And I am one of those people. Like people be like, "You think this?" I'm like, "No, tell me about it." I want to know about it, but I ain't reading it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a
Right. Right.
difference
Right. Right.
between
Right.
you telling me and me reading something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just can't read negativity like that. It goes into your spirit.
Hmm.
At least that's how I feel.
Yeah. Why do you think that is? And I've never heard a conversation of why are people so attached to negativity. Like, you broke it down with their trauma that they're going through and things like that, but y'all don't got no other option you want to explore to get rid of that? Or you want to just, because this person's going through it, it makes me feel good, like you don't want to go heal yourself? Like, where are those conversations at? Like, why is the human brain designed to attract, or not attract, but desire looking at negativity so much? What is it about the human? Where is those conversations at?
Okay, I'm gonna go first, and then I'm gonna let Tone down.
Okay.
So, do you have a friend or a family member that know they're not doing right in their relationship, but it's still a secret sides of the fence?
Right.
But they cousin, which is the guy that they always be with, and they got an inkling that the one that is doing right got a little sourness in the game. Like, he fucked up just this one time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all they're gonna drag on, because they're trying to validate them actually being a shitty ass person.
Okay.
And this person that messed up one time is really not a shitty ass person.
You just messed up one time.
They're going to sit there and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it.
Keep holding it over your head. Yeah.
They're not trying to make you believe that. They're trying to believe that messed
is okay, so they can justify. Okay.
So they're trying to justify somebody that's supposed to be perfect in people's eyes. Oh, now this person got a fuck.
Okay. So, okay. All right. That makes sense.
You see, this is why we are business partners, because we think alike in a lot of stuff. But yeah, basically, it's easier to see negativity because it makes them feel good of where they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people will do bare minimum stuff and feel like they're successful, they're good, they're sitting higher than everybody else, but they're only doing bare minimum, and they're using other people's shortfalls as their excuse to justify their bare minimalism. Like, you could be in a relationship and you know for the simple fact that you cheating on your girl every day, but because your friend hits on his woman, I don't do that, so I must be doing better.
They all kind of cancel out, though.
They do. They do. They do.
But minds don't see it that way. It's like, well, this, at least I'm not doing this, but you're doing something that's equal or worse. So I don't understand how people's brains be just not comprehending that.
They don't want to.
Okay.
It's a choice.
It's a choice. Okay.
Always a choice. It's always a choice, because on my timeline, I can have negativity going down and I can click and look at the video and see who fighting or who talking trash. But you know what I do? I mute it.
You can turn off entertainment and go back to your real life. Your real life is not timeline. Yeah, your real life is different. You can turn it off. You can turn the radio off. You can turn your phone off. You can turn off devices. That's negativity. You don't need to. Again, if you want to be entertained by it, we're training day. What do you say? It's 99% bullshit, but it entertains me. So you entertain. I know you want to be entertained by it, but you got to be able to separate the entertainment from your real life.
And they don't want to. So,
yeah.
Prime example, then I'm gonna move on. A fight, a car accident would get shared.
Oh my god.
So many
my god.
A killer second versus someone making the first black woman or the first black man or the first man or woman to do anything without a culture being involved or somebody that's doing in their community that's making noise. That would take forever and a day to get that many shares versus a fight in a car
fight
accident.
Or something sexual, like sex sells and yeah.
Why? Because negativity sells. It's entertainment for these people.
I guess.
What conversation do you feel are missing in today's media that you want to bring forward?
Kind of like what I just said, like, what are the more positive, the things that are helpful to people? And again, can we get more of a balance of, like you just said, the car crash and the fights are going to get the clicks and the likes. Can we get some positivity to get that equal or greater than, so that way things will be a lot different as far as influence and people being influenced by negative versus positive? That's what I would love to do. That's part of the vision, but we'll see if I can execute it.
You will be able to execute it, but getting people on board might not be your idea number that you're looking for. So that's why it always got to be, you got to know your purpose. You got to love it, because if you waiting on people to jump on board.
Oh yeah, I'm there. Yeah, I've been that. That's with music and beats and stuff. Like I said, the business side of that made me go, okay, I just want to do it for the love. As long as I'm happy, as long as I'm good, I'm not worried about the money. I'm not worried about none of that. That's gonna come. If it come, if it don't, oh well. I was having fun doing it. That's how I am with my content. If I post content on Instagram and or TikTok and it don't get no likes, I was having fun doing it. Like my car concert series, I'm having fun doing it. Might not get a lot of likes, but I'm having fun. So that's what matters.
And the fact that you or whoever may not get a lot of likes, people are still looking,
Right.
which is the craziest thing to me.
Right.
Um, do you see your clothing line and media intersecting long term? Maybe fashion storytelling through interviews.
Yep.
Mm.
Promo. Again, people being comfortable, and again, it's a universal language, so we can relate through clothing, or not necessarily just clothing, but fashion in general. We can relate through music. Like we got similar taste in music, similar taste in fashion, and things like that. And we can have conversations around those things. And our like for a certain music or a certain fashion or whatever the case may be could bring us closer together to have conversations through media. So I think that'd be a dope thing if it can be done.
That will be done, and it can be done.
Yep.
What steps what has stepping into visibility taught you about confidence?
Um, I don't know if it's taught me about confidence. I've always been a confident person.
Okay, let's go.
I've always been a confident person. I'm just my personality is just very, very reclusive naturally. I'm like a natural loner because I enjoy my own company. I don't want to depend on anybody else to make me happy or interrupt my peace, or my peace and my sanity is very, very important to me. So I try to surround myself with situations or just be by myself to keep my peace. And I had to get rid of my last marriage because of peace and things like that. So I already went through all that. So I want to just be peaceful and keep my sanity, and I'll be good after outside of that. Everything else is a bonus.
So I got a question. I got a statement and a question. So my statement is that you hear so many people say, "Oh, you're not being my peace. Uh, you're interrupting my peace."
Mm-hmm.
And for me, people only can add to your peace. You got to be your own peace.
Right.
And then you got to give me peace for
Correct.
me to give you peace. You
Correct.
can't cause chaos over here and think you about to get peace from me.
Right.
And people either don't give a damn or don't understand that a man, when they're in a relationship, your woman is really a reflection of who you are.
Correct.
So if she's being mean and saying to her, say, what are you actually really doing to her? And vice versa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think people need to really look at themselves before they get that or understand what peace actually really means.
Mm-hmm.
And then that brings me to my question. People say peace and insanity and really don't understand what that is. So what does that look like for you?
I know it might sound far-fetched, but one of the things that I think keeps my peace is not arguing. It sounds far-fetched because it's a relationship. You're going to have disagreements. I think there's a difference between disagreements and arguments. Yes. Why are we arguing? I said it before. It's supposed to be me and you versus the world, not me and you versus each other. Why are we arguing? We can communicate, comprehend what we're trying to communicate to each other without listening to respond, and let's come to a compromise. You my woman, I'm your man. Let's compromise. If we really want this to work, it can work. Unless it's just naturally not meant to be. And I'm pretty sure we can go through the ups and downs and get off the hamster wheel and figure out it just wasn't meant to be.
And when two people understands that or in doing the work, because some people will say some people don't want to do the work.
Right, exactly.
And then the other person will want to do the work.
Right.
And the other person be like, you did this, so I'm gonna not do this, and I don't want to do work. And then they just agree with you, like it's not meant to be. And that's not really the case. It's not meant to be. People always say, oh, compatibility. But compatibility is what you actually really makes it.
Right.
How many friends do you have? How many relatives do you have? Y'all get along, but then y'all can't stand each other.
Yeah.
Y'all get along, but y'all can't be around each other. Compatibility is what you make it. You gotta learn each other's lives, and you gotta be able to coexist in each other's lives, and you gotta be able to make compromises.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In each other's lives, and there's no. If we want this to work,
right,
this gotta be like this for this to work.
We gotta work together to work together.
And you can't be on your ego.
Right.
That's my mama. That's my sister. Well, your mama and your sister is causing chaos in this damn household. So what we doing? You know what I mean?
I get it.
People really gotta let things go that's not healthy.
Right.
And family is not always family. They're just
Yeah.
your relatives, because your family would not want to see you hurting. Your
Right.
family
Correct.
would not want to see your house chaos, because at the end of the day, they got to take their ass home.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And then it's just
Yeah.
me and you.
Yeah.
And what we
Exactly.
doing?
Let's figure this out. What we doing?
Exactly.
How you want to do it? I'm willing to compromise. So how you want to do this? What we gonna figure out? How you
Yeah.
want to do it? You
It's
know what I'm
okay to
saying?
have that change, that open
Yeah.
mind. We're gonna move on to modeling and journey.
Mm-hmm.
How did modeling shape the way you see yourself beyond the cameras?
Well, I kind of got into modeling because I had lost one of my jobs, and again, I wanted to try something different and try something that's more creative, which didn't work out back in 2017. But I didn't get to modeling until 2022. That's when I first started running, got on the runway at Bayshore Mall. James Cadadas selected me, and then I got from there. I went to Rochelle Taylor's fashion takeover too, and then from there, you know Rochelle. Yeah, yeah. Classic shop. Like you had the shirt, the hoodie on earlier, or the
Shout out to Marie.
Marie. Yeah, that was the third one, and actually the fourth time I modeled was for Teddy. That's how I know Teddy. I met him through. He had a My Black is Beautiful fashion show, or whatever. You look at my Instagram or whatever, you can see the designs I wore for Ania. Uh, um, oh, she gonna kill me. House of Couture. But yeah, that's how I met Teddy, and I kept in touch with Teddy, and that's how he's done photo shoots, and then that's how I got into casting director and things like that. When Bree was on your show, she said that she went to a casting call. That's how I met her, was through Teddy, through the casting call, and she was behind the camera. There's Teddy just posted like a behind the scenes from one of the skits that we shot, and
Okay.
I believe Bree directed that one.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how I met her through him, and then like she said,
Networking.
yeah, networking and things like that. And then went to model in New York. I did the model experience or whatever. I haven't been paid for modeling yet, but I'm still getting on the runway and figuring the things out. And then I wanted to, when I have my line in fashion shows, I want to be able to get into the models side and the designer side.
Mm.
So that's why I got into modeling and then kept going with it and things like that. So
Well, now if y'all want him to model, y'all gotta bring some assistance to the table. He got some
yeah,
big names underneath his belt
yeah,
now. You
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah, you got to come see his new manager, Antonio Luckett, part of TDR
We gonna
management,
work it out.
because y'all ain't about to eat off my boy.
Period. Okay. What's one misconception people have about modeling?
um, I don't know. I've never had to deal with anything dealing with modeling like
I could
that.
tell you that right away, because I used to model back in the days, but I also have so many model friends and so many designer friends. One of the biggest misconception is anybody can do this.
I I think the opposite.
Nah, anybody can't do it.
Okay.
You got first of all, you got to have an open mind,
Okay.
because depending on the designer you may be working for, you may wear something that you wouldn't wear in everyday life.
Right.
But you got to put that shit on, and you got to wear that shit and walk the runway the way they want you to do it. The behind the scenes when it comes to the models and the designers and how that whole world is, not everybody's built to handle that kind of pressure,
Okay,
that
okay,
kind
I
of
get it.
that kind of
Yeah, yeah,
movement. Like, I'll use Ruthia for an example. Shout out to Ruthia.
I know her. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ruthia. Shout out to, actually, matter of fact, all of them was in the Common Thread fashion show that we went to. Dope ass fashion show. You could literally have just walked in a jeans and t-shirt look that the designer had, and as soon as you walk in the back, you literally got to rip that shit off and put on some high end stuff. You ain't got time to doctor it up, fancy it up. You may have 12, 13 bobby pins holding the shit together, whereas if you turn left, that shit gonna fall off. But you gotta have the mentality to still wear it as if, as soon as you leave, somebody's about to buy this dress for $1,500 and then some.
Right.
So a lot of people is not mentally prepared to be in that modeling world. You got to go to those casting calls. You have to treat it as if you getting ready to go to Mulan.
Right,
when you
right,
walk into, I don't care if it's just wearing a classic shirt and you about to walk into the 10th anniversary fashion show, or if you doing your debut line in regards to it, or if you are getting ready to try to walk in a high-end fashion show. You have to go into every single one of them things prepared to do whatever that designer needs you to
Facts.
do and then some in that moment.
Now, when I was initially disagreeing with you, my mentality wasn't what you were saying. You are absolutely right. I was thinking like you don't got to look a certain way.
No, you don't gotta look a certain way.
That's what I was
That
saying.
Yeah.
was probably maybe the misconception I didn't
No.
think of was
Yeah.
you got to be this tall, you got to be this
Mm-mm.
small, you got to be this. No, I'm not the most in shape person at the moment. I'm working on it though. So
We all
you know what
are.
I'm saying? So like that was probably it. Like you got to look this way. He's like, no, people are
No.
starting to be more diverse with their models because they want to show diversity. Like me,
Right.
I want to show diversity. It's a universal language that all of us relate to. Why not just we don't have to have one specific look.
Because it
So-
depends on the designer.
Yeah,
like you
depends on the
said,
designer,
if
yeah.
you are making streetwear,
Right.
I don't want a pencil thin model that if she eats a Tic Tac, she's going to look completely. No, I want someone who is going to look exactly like the individual who is in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who my target audience is.
Right.
And a lot of people have to understand that. That's the one thing I love about Ruthia. She is, by definition, a plus size model.
Mhm.
But there is not a single thing I ain't never seen her walk in.
Facts. Ain't me either. I've been in a
And
couple
she
shows
been
with
in
Thea. I've been
everything.
in a couple shows.
You know what
with
I'm saying?
Thea.
And she has
Shout out to
stolen the
Thea.
show
Yeah.
a lot of times.
Yeah.
And there will be people in the audience, ooh, well, she got that big girl out there. But then when she walks,
Yeah.
you shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because you be like, okay, I see why she in there now.
There's another model I know named Honey. She goes by the name of Honey Jones. Like
Oh, yeah,
she's
no
same,
doubt.
same thing. Like
Same
she
thing.
really they be doing their thing. And shout out to my sister Angie Salon on Facebook. Angie Lewis. She's plus size model, but she be doing her thing. She kind of got me started into it too. So shout out to her.
Okay. Has modeling helped you build thicker skin in business and in life?
I wouldn't say that it helped me because, like I said, I'm naturally kind of thick skinned. I grew up in a school ribbon back and forth. So that's kind of natural, like you know what I'm saying, like going back and forth and things like that. There's not much you can do to shake my confidence
That's
when it
what's
comes to
up.
some
I like
things.
that.
Yeah.
I never liked the ribbon thing. I don't do that. I'll be there watching people, but don't come up with like that. We ain't doing that one over here. Do you feel empowered when you're in front of the camera, or is there vulnerability that is they're rooted to?
I've never actually looked at it because I can be in front of the camera or behind the camera. It doesn't matter. I'm not an attention seeker. I don't need to be seen. I don't need to be the center of attention. If I'm in front of the camera, cool. If I'm behind the scenes and I'm still enjoying myself, I'm cool with that too. I probably more so because of my personality of being so reclusive, probably more be behind the scenes. Like I would rather produce than rap. But if I need to write raps and things like that just to be creative, then I can be versatile in that way.
That's funny that you say that because like you experienced this with me.
Right.
When I'm told that I need to be sexy, it makes me awkward because I'm naturally how I am and what people call sexy. But if you telling me to be sexy, I'm gonna be so awkward. It's not even funny.
That last time was very natural. I'll just put that out there. If that was on camera, that would have been the shot. I'm telling you, that was.
Because I kept
She
hearing
snapped.
that from all the other table reads you're doing. I'm like, if you keep telling me this, it's gonna make me very awkward looking. So they didn't tell me that.
No, that was
day, and I
natural. That was
just
natural.
like,
So, that was my next question. Of what was it that they did? Because I'm like that. That was there. That was right there. Like, oh, she did that. She definitely did that.
oh
we
my
we got a
God.
question in the comment section from D Neils, one of the hosts of Tell the Truth, Shame the Devil.
What's up? What's up?
He asks, is it hard not to look at the camera when modeling?
Yeah, but I think we're taught to look above the camera. It
Right.
depends on like the director
Right.
and things like that.
It also depends on if there's even a still camera in this
Right.
situation.
Yeah.
Because photographers are everywhere. They're just trying to catch the angle.
Yeah.
So if you have a phenomenal runway coach,
Mhm.
they'll teach you how to not even know what's going on around you. They'll teach you what's called tunnel vision,
Yeah.
where your whole thing is to look straight. You find something in the front where you're walking to, you do your walk, you hit your pose, you hit your spin, you come back. So you don't even know who's in the audience and what's going on to even know about the camera. But let's take that same question and let's flip it to both of y'all, because this is something that's going to be new for y'all. How do y'all
Hey,
not
Princess,
pay attention
how you
to?
doing?
How do y'all
Yeah,
not
tell
pay attention to the
everybody.
camera while you're filming? Because I know sometimes because when y'all, because I think you definitely knew to being in front of the camera when it comes to a film
Actually,
situation.
I'm not new. I used to model.
No. I said in film.
Oh,
In film. So there's going to be those times where the cameraman is going to be right there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's how it is when you modeling. It's like so. Sometimes when I used to do the runway, if they wanted to zoom in, I would look in the camera. If they didn't want me to look in the camera, like you said, it's taught to look over the camera or to tunnel vision, like he said. So it all depends on what they're looking
Right.
what they're looking to grab. What they're looking to grab.
I might have to see your model walk sometime today. You got your little pumps on, you got the heels on. You know what? Yeah.
I went to John Casablanca, right?
I went there.
I was waiting for somebody to say that because I feel like every woman from our era done got stopped by John Casablanca at least one.
I went there and it's this whole thing you got to go through, and they grade you from A, B, or C.
Oh my God!
And it was the walk for me. Like
I don't even think I got that far.
It was a walk for me, but yeah. So that's
I definitely got to see your model walk sometime soon.
I don't think I have a model walk, but
you got experience. You got a model walk.
I got experience.
She
got tapped back into it. It's not natural anymore, but she got a walk. She definitely got a walk. She got a walk.
Can't be that long. You ain't that old. I don't know where you getting this from, but all right.
No. Okay. So, what's been the most challenging part of shooting so far?
With the TV series?
Yeah.
Trying to be patient because you want to start the filming process and you want to start getting better and learning lines and things like that, and then dealing with real life. Finding time to actually go over your line. Finding times to actually put the emotion that you need for this specific role or this character, or to hop in and out of role emotion depending on the scene you're in. I have a scene where I gotta go from kind of pissed off to really, really sad to angry, and Teddy's been trying to work with me on maybe getting me a prop to get it with his vision to do it with a specific scene that I got. So that's been pretty tough also.
Yeah, I feel like we all are busy, but like how I do, I have an alarm on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And those alarms allows me to stop what I'm doing, like whatever it is I'm doing, finish that particular part up, and then go on to the next. Because there would not be a way, not even just the script, anything I got on in my life, it would not be a way for I could touch everything if I didn't have that alarm for me. So my timer literally helps me, and it allows for me to touch everything.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I don't even touch everything,
mm-hmm.
but I touch enough things in a day to where I redo everything and get to the important things. So like I just feel like you gotta find like a balance in your life,
right,
where it works. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we want to go to sleep,
right?
But it's like I need to get an hour of this.
Hey, I was gonna ask, what was you got a routine for? Like, what's your routine if you don't mind sharing?
For which part?
For like remembering lines and going over your lines and things like that.
Read it like a book.
Okay.
You know how when we was in elementary school,
mm-hmm.
and we had to read the book.
Mm-hmm.
And we had it was this sheet of paper. I don't know what that. Help me out, y'all. If y'all know what I'm talking about. We had the sheet of paper where we had to do what the I don't know, the problem, the conclusion.
Oh, you talking about the hopper? No, I'm thinking something else. Never mind. Go ahead.
Book report.
Okay.
Wait, you could
that I had to do, and that's how I do things.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you learn songs, what do you do?
Keep repeating it.
Yeah. Right. So I had recorded myself saying certain lines, and I listen to myself on the radio.
That makes sense.
And that's what I do. That's what me. Hey, what Princess say?
Princess said, "Flex." That's Savannah. Let's go. Pose for the camera.
Yeah.
For you, I will come out of retirement.
Okay.
Only for you.
So piggybacking off of that.
What sleep?
Yeah, what sleep?
Right,
big facts.
What sleep?
Real
right.
big facts.
But
piggybacking off of that, one thing that I found out was like some people, and I'll use Will Smith for an example. Another fun fact: during season 1 of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because a lot of people don't know, he never acted before in his life before he got that role for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He memorized everybody's line.
And he would be small.
Like if you go back and you look at the early parts of season 1, he would be saying everybody's line and then he'll do his. But if you can see him mouthing it, a lot of people will memorize the whole scene.
Right.
That way, they can not only learn their lines, but they learn the emotions that go along with it.
That's
Because that's the biggest thing that can separate a script reader from an actual actor is you got to know what the emotion is supposed to be feeling in this moment. So sometimes, like you say, I used to do that where I would just read my voicemail, just read to it because I got to hear how I sound. And then I'll figure out, okay, what's the emotion supposed to be here in regards to it? So I would read it sad. I'll read it angry. I would read it aggressive. I would read it high. Like I would try to convey, like, what do I sound like in each one of these different moments? So as I'm now doing more of the script, I know exactly how I'm supposed to sound in regards to that because I'm a method actor. I haven't did nothing since 2004 maybe, yeah, but I'm a method actor. So if you tell me my role is to be a dirty cop, I'm a whole dirty cop mentally. I'm in that emotion already. So since my mind is already in that emotion, whatever I'm gonna say is gonna feel like I can't trust that nigga for shit because that's the message that you're supposed to be getting. Right. So there's multiple different ways of doing it. I do what's best for you. Period.
I kind of do it like read by scene by scene, by line by line. And my friend Vixen Assassin is a battle rapper, so I see her go off and go through her lines, or I watch other battle rappers, like you said, record it, play it in your headphones and things like that. So it's all kind of different techniques. I was just curious about your technique.
Oh,
about
See, D-Neil said that's how I did my first lead role in the play. I memorized everyone's line. Yep.
Yeah, that's how I did mine. So, has reality TV show changed how you see the fashion industry?
No, because it was pretty much what I had already experienced, just like documented, I guess, for the fashion show that we have coming up with Teresa Marie collection. And I just talked to Teresa Marie yesterday. We're supposed to be rolling out some more promo this weekend, and I think they're shooting for June, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to go look at my phone and whatever case may be. But yeah, we got the reality show that's coming out, and it's going to be on the Fashion Network. And we shot that in New York this past August. Okay. And it was my first time ever having my brand represented in a fashion show.
Congratulations.
So yeah, appreciate it. And yeah, so my experience from being a model and then having the models, and one of the things I was taught by somebody that was on the set was, you're the designer, forget the model's feelings to a degree.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to do the opposite. No, are you comfortable? Do you like this color? Do you feel, can you match this? Because I want you to be comfortable and fly when you're representing me on this runway.
I totally understand what you're saying, and that's a good way of thinking, but you got to pick and choose your poison, right? Because everybody's gonna have a problem with something.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's why it's like to have less stress on you, for you to be able to do your job not stressful. You gotta not, somebody else is really gonna be taking care of their emotions.
Yeah,
that's not your job to be taking care of emotions.
You know right.
So I get what you're saying, but that's the reason why.
Yeah,
you're gonna be doing way more than what you signed up for. So we're gonna move on here to relationship conversations, right? Glamorous but real. All right, y'all ready for this?
This is really the bulk. This is really the reason why she got a show.
So y'all really ready for this? So as a creative woman building a brand, how important is it to have a supportive partner?
Very important. I went through that when I was starting to get into my entrepreneurial mindset. In her defense, she had never experienced what I experienced of being fired and laid off. So I give her grace for that. But I want to be able to not be solely dependent on this. So let me start my own thing. And I remember asking her a question one time. I said, so if I needed $20 for these steel toe boots, would you help me out? I don't know if I can help you out, but I'll try. Okay, cool. My entrepreneur stuff and this music that you're not really not supportive, but you're not seeing the vision of. If I needed $10 for this microphone, no, that's on you. That's on you. You do you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So you really not understanding, or at least attempting to understand? Okay, cool. That becomes an issue sometimes. So I understand the support that you want for your vision and things like that. I should be able to trust that you know what you're doing. You love this, and as long as I'm seeing you put effort into it, I'm gonna support you, because I will want support too. Just give me a chance to try this out. Give me a chance to not pursue this. They just had a conversation about Tasha's character on Power. I don't know if you're familiar with Power, right?
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
she supported his drug empire,
Mhm.
but when he wanted to go legit, she wasn't feeling it. And they was having like a real discourse on Twitter about why are you so supportive of this, but you're not supportive of him wanting to go legit. What was it about him that made you want to support him illegally to where you don't want to support him legally? What was it? And now it makes me want to go, if they do the origins, I want to see that portrayed in the actual show.
I could tell
What
you the
was it
answer to
about
that. I could tell you the answer.
Besides her selfish
No. It wasn't even selfish. It wasn't even selfish.
about the lifestyle that she wanted to live.
I could tell you the answer to that one right away. The drug part, she was a part of that. She helped grow that. She was supportive in that. She was in the streets. She hustled. She did the thing. She was all a part of that. The legitimate was pulling away from all of that. Nothing that Ghost did that was the legitimate side had anything to do with her. Her needs to Ghost changed. So because she was no longer needed, she didn't want him to do that.
Right.
And let's be honest, because it's a story, that new life brought a new different avenue of people and a new different interest in his life. So if you take out the fact of Angela even being there, Ghost was on a whole different path that did not need Tasha to be a part of it. And she had a huge issue with that. Now, if she was a part of the club side too, she'd been all for it. But because that was him, that was his thing, and he literally wanted to cut off what we did, that bothered her.
But he gave her the opportunity when he asked her, is like, yo, I'm trying to do this. And she just didn't take the opportunity.
Because at that point in time,
that point.
No, I didn't. Because at that point, most people, but at that point, you got to remember, she learned everything. If Ghost was to literally just go sit on the couch for the rest of her life, Tasha could run the drug game.
True.
She couldn't do that with the club.
Say?
He was like,
helpmate.
Yeah, helpmate. One word, helpmate, or two words, depending on how you. Yeah, it's a helpmate.
That's definitely what it is, a helpmate. So for me, I feel like that's a problem for a lot of the people. People know what it is to grow that way and that way. So this is you and this is him. But they never plan on what it looked like growing together. And I feel like that's where a lot of relationships fell at, because you never have a plan of what it looked like for you guys to grow together. Like for me, anything that I got going on and I end up having a mate or a husband or whatever it is that you want to call it, whether he want to be implemented or not, I'm gonna make him implement it, because I always want him to be my equal. I don't never want him to feel like the more money I make is the more power. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? For me, in my head, it doesn't matter how much money I make. If we marry, we marry. This is your money as well. You understand? You can take care of me in ways that money can't take care of me. And the things that I want in life is money. The main things is things that money can't buy. You know what I'm saying? But people don't know that about me. Like, I like nice, lavish things or whatever that cost money. But in the end of it all, I want things that money cannot buy. You know what I'm saying? I want loyalty. I want respect. I want honesty. I want transparency.
I love you said loyalty first.
Support. I want time. I want, the mindfulness. I want you to pick me up when I'm weak without saying nothing. I want you to be so in tune to me that we're sync.
Yeah.
And money can't buy none of those things.
Exactly. People don't understand that.
No, people don't understand that. So can a relationship thrive when both people are chasing big dreams?
I do think so. And if y'all can find a way to merge y'all dreams together, why not go that route? Is there a way that y'all can compromise? Again, go back to the compromise thing. It's like, how does your big dream complement my big dream, so that way we can make the dream work as a team? I love that.
Yeah, well, I agree with you as well. I feel that no matter what you start and no matter what I start, if we are here together as now, maybe you can do some things that I'm paying a maintenance guy to do. Maybe you can do some things. Maybe you can do some things that I'm paying an extra shift person to pick up, because I just don't have the mental capacity or the strength to even be at this shift. And maybe I can do all your paperwork. You understand what I'm
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People can balance out if they choose to talk about it.
Choice. They got to choose.
Like, oh, it's mine. This is mine. This is mine. Well, if everything is yours, then why do you want to share your life with somebody?
You don't want companionship. You just
then you got to understand, is this something that I need to be into? And from the very beginning, people show you who they are.
Yeah.
People look past that, because he may be handsome, she may be cute, he may be spending money on her, she may be spending money on him, and they look past that. But in the end of it all, this is what you see is only going to get worse, because this is only the cute part of what you see.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Tom, you got something to say?
Once again, this is why we are business partners, because we really do think just alike. Whenever you get into a relationship with anybody, whether you're an entrepreneur, a 9 to 5er, or whatever, there should be the phrase "we" in everything you do. So if I want to start a business, it shouldn't be I want to start a business. Hey, babe, we should start a business, because when people are equally involved, there's no such thing as one big dream. My big dream, your big dream, it's our big dream. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to go and I'll use Savannah for an example since it's her show. You want to go start a hairline. Okay? Whoever your person with should want to help you start a hairline. They should be, hey babe, I was talking to this one girl at my job that loves wigs, and she says she get her wigs from this particular person. Reach out to her and see who her supplier is. Or, hey, I seen that this 4C hair costs XYZ amount. You don't physically have to be in the everyday business part of it, but being there to at least show interest and figure out what she's doing. Because you may come home one day and there's 27 Amazon boxes full of hair care supplies and chemicals and stuff like that you could be like, you know what? I'm gonna take all the dining room stuff down. This is your area. Let me go ahead and build this out for you so your stuff can go over here and we can do this. Okay, I see you need this kind. You know what? Let's just go buy a bunch of coat racks so your hairs can just hang up on these coat racks while we trying to figure out how we gonna price these things. Let's go on Google and let's put together a business plan of how you can be marketed. Let's talk to these people over there. Like, you should want to be just as excited about whoever dream it is as they are. But at the same time, you also want to be mindful to be the realistic side of things too. Because Savannah could be like, I want to do this hair care thing and all this is going on. So, okay, hold on, wait a minute. I'm going to use her words. Let's look at the paperwork first. Let's get this in order first. Let's make sure this is legitimate first. Okay, what does our finances look like? Because now we're bringing in a new expense that we may not see a revenue right away for. So, do we need to save up 3 more months worth of rent before we pull this trigger? Because we got to do all this. Okay, babe, I may have to go travel to go to these hair conventions. Are you coming with me? Are you going to be able to handle this going on here? It needs to be a conversation. So while she's over here growing her hair empire, maybe it's time for you to start your mechanic business, you know, because I guarantee you, and I'm going to use Savannah as an example, if the hair care business is booming, she's going to give you the capital to start whatever business you got over here.
Working together.
And that's how a woman or a man that see their life partner for life will actually do.
Yeah,
So that
I
brings
agree.
us to our
I
next
million
one.
agree.
Yeah. Do you think men are intimidated by ambition in women in fashion and media?
Nope,
No.
not at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I
That's a
think
turn
what
on.
I think what it exactly one for some men it's a turn off.
That's a turn on.
I think, like you were saying earlier, with your income, you don't want to have the power, but some women do, and they use that power when they're not feeling him. They want to be, I'm the breadwinner, and they want to emasculate him when they get mad. A lot of men don't have a problem with being with a woman that makes more money than them. It's just they don't want to feel emasculated when you get mad and when you have your mood swings. I don't think I don't think that is a thing. I really don't think that. I really think I don't think that's a thing. I don't.
I used to be, now don't come for me, y'all. I used to be, I had this list, and I used to be like, my man gotta have this, and this, and this.
Got your standards.
You know what I'm saying? And I still have my standards.
Right.
But having those lists, like I dated men with with the bag. You know what I'm saying? But they are different breeds.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They kind of like want to take your identity away. And I always dated older guys.
Mhm.
So, and I knew I was independent for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? I had my own identity. So I didn't want to be under that shadow. So I'm saying that to say, like, you gotta know, you gotta pick your poison. For me, excuse me.
You got.
For me, I'll take a man that don't have nothing in his, now don't now y'all
They finna blow the DMs
don't
up.
be
They finna blow the
blowing
DMs up.
now, 'cause
They finna
there's
blow
a
the
lot
DMs
that
up.
come with this. I would take a man that don't have nothing in his bank account, but that is ambition, a hard worker, a dedicated, a persistent, a hustler man over money with all the money in his bank account. Because what that does is I can help structure I can help structure, I can implement, you know what I'm saying? And a man with money is kind of hard to do that because for some reason, a man that has the money, the house, the cars, they feel like they made it. No, you made it probably for yourself, but to bring your helpmate in, that's not what this looking like, buddy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's not always the end goal for me. The end goal for us will be wealth. You know, properties, things that we can make money in our sleep. Anything that we do, anything that we building, we got something on the internet they can purchase while we're sleeping.
Right.
Make
Right.
that
Right.
into an ebook. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, that's what that's what that is. Because like I said, the shit that I want, money can't buy.
Right. Right. Right.
And if you don't got it at this big old grown ass age, you just don't got it all because you are groomed from birth
Right.
with your personality, your character traits, and all
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
other things.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
And
So
your standards are your standards and things like
standards
that.
are my
And
fucking
people,
standards.
but people, my theory on people with well, everybody has their standards, but my theory is you can have your standards, and I don't judge nobody's standards. If you are a woman that makes 40 grand a year, but you say you only date men that make $100,000, if that's your standards, that's your standards. I'm not one of the men that's going to go, well, you don't even make that. Why you have that standard? No, that's your standards. I'm open to all of those things. You give me the option to either meet your standards or go be with somebody else. Give me the option. Don't force me to. You know what I'm saying?
I want somebody coming in already. I want somebody. See, I'm an energy person. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And money don't buy me.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It just
I was
buy me
using it as an
things.
example.
No,
But
I
yeah,
get
yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah.
But money don't buy me. It only buy me the things that I want. So if you coming in and you opening my doors and you treat me, because even though I want all this power, I want to be a soft girl in my power, but like don't play with her. You know what I'm saying?
You give the energy off. I noticed that about you.
Don't play with her, but keep me soft. Keep me safe.
I've noticed
keep
that.
Me tucked,
I couldn't put my finger on it when I first met you, but you give that energy off. No bullshit.
I don't want to have to pop my shit.
Right.
My man do all that. And I don't want to pop my shit to my man either. So I would never tell my man I make more than this and then I would never put my man out. You know what I'm saying? I would never do any of that because I was raised where you do that those type of things, it take their identity away. And it would be hard to get your man back how you need for him to be. You understand what I'm saying?
That's why I was going with the emasculating thing. Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I don't want to be tougher than my nigga. I don't want you to have to make me show up and pop up on you. Don't make me do that. I will, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But once I do that, once you get me in my masculine energy, you is gonna have to do everything to turn that shit down.
Yeah.
Because you got me to this masculine thing.
Yeah.
And people like, oh, nobody can make you do nothing but yourself. You brought that beast up out of me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's been in there. You know what I'm saying? It come from out of nowhere. But it take certain events that will bring it out of there.
We was talking about that last time. Tolerance is like, I'm not gonna tolerate that. I have to be able to we gotta be able to compromise and move away from stuff that is some things I'm just not gonna be able to tolerate. So that can exactly that's what. And like you said, I said it. Loyalty. I know you said loyalty first. Trust
don't love me first. If you love me, that's fine. I'm cool with that. But have loyalty to me first, because if you loyal to me, you gon' love me automatically. Like you gon' love me, you gon' protect me, you gon' die for me, you gon' do all of that. Have loyalty to me first. Love gonna come.
Yes.
I don't require that love shit first. Your actions is gonna show.
Right.
You know what
My thing is, trust is more important than love. You got people that you love dearly, but can you trust them? Can you trust them? Can you trust them around your spouse? Can you trust them around your kids? You love your family or whatever the case may be. Can you trust them around your money? Can you trust them around to help you out in need for this specific task? You can love them all you want to, but trust is more important than love. People don't understand that. I always feel like trust is more important than love.
I mean, it definitely sounds good to the ears, but once you get grown and all those fucking things, I need you to be able to. I don't care if you mad at me right now.
Right.
I need to be able to trust that you're gonna carry out these duties today. I need to be able to trust that I don't give a fuck how mad I made because I made you mad because you told me not to go over 100,000. I spent 200,000. That we're gonna be at that business event tonight with a smile on our goddamn face. I need you to show up to the promises that you made to us when we was in the same space.
Yes.
What's up?
First of all, don't be spending an extra $100,000. You fucking with the church's money now. But no, no. But I agree with everything y'all say in regards to that. But one thing that I have to go back to what you said, like you use the example of if you make $40,000 and you want $100,000 man, somewhere in that conversation, with that $100,000 man, you got to say how you plan on getting up to that same level. Because one thing I ended up learning over time is strong, powerful women only are strong, powerful women because they have to be. So as the man, you can have $40,000 dating a $100,000 woman, but it's going to come a point in time where you have to show the initiative that you also want to be a $100,000 man as well too. You shouldn't be dating somebody who is the boss of all bosses and you okay being an entry level clock puncher. You got to figure out, how do I level up? Because if you have a great
Let me
mate,
interject that though.
hold on, let me finish.
Yeah, but so I won't lose my thought. Let me interject
Go ahead.
that. You said some men and some women are okay with that.
They
So
are.
that's the position he or she wants to play because that's their comfortability.
Yeah.
Then we got to figure out how can we maximize what you can do to help this company or help extra things, because your
People just-
support is just
yeah.
as expensive as a dollar.
It is, but
People
that's
just
why
wanna
I
be
said,
trophy wives and trophy
right.
husbands
That's what I'm
and stuff
saying. Like
that,
some
yeah.
people choose to do that, but if you, I was going back to the ones who say, I want this kind of person who is to society out your league, but what are you doing to become a part of that league? Because unfortunately, a $40,000, and I'm not talking about people who make $40,000 a year. I'm just using it in this scenario.
Yeah.
A $40,000 a year maker who's okay with that does not know how to move in a $100,000 room. Okay. So you got to eventually learn how to level up, or as we've been using most of the night, match the fly of the person you with. Because we're going to know that you're not supposed to be in this room because you're not trying to be that better person that belongs in this room. You're just here because this is your mate space. But if you're in here and even though you're doing what's necessary to make your person successful, somewhere in that same conversation, what are you doing to grow yourself? If I use me and Savannah, we are business partners. So we are in so many different rooms at the exact same time. I might be in a room that I know specifically is perfect for her. Like here, I've gotten you with these women. I've gotten you with this board. I've got you with these health people. Go and do what you do best. But I'm not just going to sit back and let Savannah do her thing. No, I'm over here. I'm talking to this husband. I'm talking to that person over here. I'm getting to know the catering crew. I'm trying to find a way that the next time we in this room, you invited both of us to be in this room. Not that we took an opportunity, because this is my business mate.
Right.
Okay. We're going to take relationship. This is my business mate. So as she grows and becomes better, I got to make sure that I'm growing too, because there's going to be times where, Tone, my lupus is kicking in. I'm going to be in this bed, but I got this really important event that I really, really want us to. I got you. Go to bed, because I'm going to be in that room running it the way you would run it, because we're a team. Okay.
Right.
And there's a lot of people who don't think with that mentality. They just happy that they got a mate that's got $100,000, $200,000 life, but they're never doing. They're doing the bare minimum of, I'll clean, I'll cook, I'll make sure the house is good, I'll make sure there's food on the table when you come. Baby girl, I need you to do more than that, because if you wasn't here, guess what? I will be cleaning my own house. I will be making my own food. I'll be making sure all this stuff is done. We got to get better, because I want to be a 500,000 person, but you still can't have a $40,000 mentality.
Right.
We're gonna go to some of the comments.
Shout out to David Neal. He slid in.
David.
He's like, I
What's
feel
up,
like
what's
you
up?
can stay in your soft girl era and just not accept what's being handed to you instead of being a masculine or emasculated man. That's a whole nother conversation in itself.
Okay, so let me just comment on that real quick. That is true. However, if you are studying poking a bear and I continue to be in my soft girl era and I keep telling you this makes me feel like this, I don't like when you do X, Y, and Z. I'm not putting the blame game on you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying I. And you're not respecting me. You're disrespecting me every time after that.
With intention. You're intentionally disrespecting me when I tell you this.
You either gonna learn it through the couple times that I'm being soft girl with you, or I'm gonna have to buff up at you, and then you're gonna be like, oh, well, shit. This is what I've been trying to tell you when I was in my soft girl era, but you didn't receive that.
Yeah.
What's his next question?
Oh, he was like 100,000 years help keep billionaires without ever becoming billionaires. So he's basically, in so many words, saying generational wealth in regards to it. A billionaire can become a billionaire because their granddad did all the things. But if you don't, I'm gonna piggyback off of that. But if you don't do what you're supposed to do to keep that billions going, you're gonna drop down to 1 million. And then if you're not doing what you're supposed to do to drop that next generation is gonna drop it down to 1,000. And then next thing you know it, 3 generations later, the family's living from check to check, and all you got is the name of, yeah, I'm the great granddaughter of Kraft. Yeah, okay, but your pocket's not Kraft money. Right, you know what I'm saying?
David said, I agree with that, but you never have to buff up. You are definitely right. And if I do buff up, you got me at a point where, again, I'm feeling disrespect, and I do not like being disrespected. Oh no,
nobody does. Nobody should.
Nobody does.
So for me, disrespect is at an all-time high because I was literally raised like that. So I take disrespect to a whole nother level that other people like. I don't play disrespect at all. I don't care if you're my kid, I don't care who you are. You will not disrespect me.
I think
especially with the intention behind it. Like I said, the disrespect, like you intentionally want to either hurt me or embarrass me. Exactly. I know your intent, and that's what the issue is. Your intent is to be disrespectful. Not that you actually accidentally did it, you intended to. Yeah. That's what's gonna piss me off. Not you actually doing it, but your intent behind doing it. Right. That's what's gonna piss me off.
The first couple of times, the first time I give a pass because you're learning. Right. The second time, you did that on purpose. The third time, fuck you. Now you're gonna see the side of me that you've been pushing to see, so you can make you can be the victim. And that's another thing. There's a lot of people out there who will rather be the victim than the corrector. Exactly. That's a whole nother conversation.
And I'm nonchalant for a reason. Leave me nonchalant. Please leave me nonchalant. Thank you.
Would you
That's why you my boy.
Who doesn't understand your vision?
No.
That's
no.
Yes or
no. No. They ain't nothing that's to say.
Well, okay. Wait.
No.
Would you put effort into trying to understand?
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Like, because people don't understand what they don't understand.
Right.
I'm like, you don't know lupus, right? You don't know nothing about that. And maybe you don't know maybe you don't come from an entrepreneur world. You know what I'm saying? And that is okay. So if I'm explaining to you how important this is to me and I'm showing you and you're interested, I'm you could be my partner. But if you have no interest and it's coming out your mouth and it's coming out your actions, then no, I cannot mess with you because you cannot support me. Exactly. I cannot cry on your chest. You're not going to know where I'm coming from. You're not going to know what I'm feeling. You cannot. There's no way you can be my partner. So for that, I am definitely going to say it depends on that.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off of you.
You just said no. So what did you piggyback on?
Because I gotta do my example. You know I'm a storyteller. No. Okay. No, it's positive. Like, okay, no. And I have to thank you, my guy, because she was definitely no, because once again, I'll use Lupus Has No Face as an example. When I first met Savannah, I had already dated several different women who had lupus, and I knew nothing about it. And I've told her, and she knows this, and I've admitted it publicly. I'm that one person that is you just making excuses. You just don't want to do this. You're being lazy because I didn't take the initiative to truly figure out what it is. Okay. And I even have a sister with lupus. Okay. So when everybody say it's different in everybody, I didn't try to put no effort in it. But when I sat down with Savannah and I said, you have a brand that needs to be seen, I immediately went and studied exactly everything about it. When she tells you I can literally write a whole novel about living well with lupus simply based off of our interactions together and what I've learned over the 2 years we have been partners in this podcasting world, and as well as Lupus Has No Face 501c3. Go ahead, make sure y'all go to lupushasnoface.com to learn more yourself. I tell you right now, that's what made me reach out to her and be like, I want to start SNA coaching with you, because I took the initiative to learn what she is, and I learned how she's doing everything that turns around and makes me be like, we can be a partner because I know exactly what you're going through. I know when you have triggers. I know your highs. I know your lows. So as we're doing business, I ain't got to worry about her not performing, but I also know when she's not at her best. Mm-hmm. So because of that, I won't put certain things on her hand. I'll go handle it myself. So the reason why I say no is because in order for me to buy into her brand, I had to do the work to learn her brand. So she could trust me to be her manager, right. To be her partner, to be the individual who I got to go home and sleep because I found 3 hours that I can do that at. Mm-hmm. Tone is over here doing everything under the sun with Lupus Has No Face. Right. And that's the whole truth. That's why it's a no. Because she could have easily said no to me, but she knows I did the homework to learn what you do.
So it depends.
It's
if you do the work. It's not a no.
It's a no if they don't. But see, the difference is
It's a
I
no
put
if
the
they
work
don't.
to understand.
No
I
effort,
put the work
understand.
to understand.
Yeah.
If I would have just left the same mindset back in the days like I did everybody else, I would have still been like, yeah, you need to do a podcast. But the way I would have treated it would have been completely different.
What made you start treating it different with her? Like, what? How did y'all link up?
Because it's business. I feel like maybe because it was business and money behind it, you attend to, because nobody else had. They had it, but it was nothing for you to capitalize off of.
It wasn't just.
So,
it was. It. I won't say it was business. I told you need to go further with it
but
because of the
why,
business.
though? He's saying why? Because listen to what
I get you. I'm going to say it. The reason why was because you were willing to educate. You were willing to let me know more about how lupus affects you.
Okay.
You wasn't sitting here telling me, well, I'm not going to record today, Tone, because, I'm having a flare up, or, I don't want to do this today because I'm just not feeling it. You wasn't presenting it like it's a crutch. You were presenting.
Most people don't understand, and I get what you're saying, but this is me living with it. So most people don't understand what it is that they go through. You know what I'm saying? I have warriors that I have conversations with. They have no idea what the hell.
And I learned that too. I learned that too.
They can't communicate to you how they feel and what they're going through, because in their mind they don't make sense. They don't make sense to themselves. So if you're not making sense to your own mental, how can they sit here and communicate that to you with an understanding for you to understand? Right. There's no way of doing that.
And that's why I give you credit, because any room that you've ever walked in for the very first time that you are presenting yourself as a lupus warrior, you're also bringing a little bit more of education to it. You don't just come in and say, yeah, I have lupus, and that's the end of the conversation. You're like, yeah, I have lupus, but I got it back here. You at least give just enough for us to be like, okay, I didn't know that. And that alone, because I'm a person who loves to learn. Okay, another reason why we come, because we both love to learn. So by you giving me just enough to intrigue me to learn more about it, that's what made me go learn more about it. So the next time me and you sat down in the same room, that's when I said, hey, you need a podcast.
Okay. We got some of these comments going on the screen.
Okay, so
David going ham, man.
David gave us thumbs up, fired, whole conversation on where
appreciate you tuning in,
understanding and putting in the work. Then he said, no work, no progress.
Sure.
Told me talk my shit. That's what I'm talking about. You my nigga now. And then educate the uneducated. Right. And that's literally at the end of the day, all four of us basically said that.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to learn the education we giving you, that's where the hard no now comes into play at.
Okay. How do you protect your relationships while building in the public eye? I'm gonna let you go first because you my guest.
I don't have a relationship going on right now. I'm kind of super single. And when I say super single, I have no attachments on any woman that would possibly be interested. You don't got to worry about no drama from no woman that's sliding in DMs and still harassing me. I ain't got no kids with a woman. I ain't got no baby mama drama. So I don't have nothing.
I think he want to be a bachelor for this upcoming event.
I think he should be. I think you should do it, bro.
We're gonna go ahead and
bachelor?
talk about that.
We're gonna
talk about that off air.
Okay.
But okay. So the question again is, how do you protect your relationship while building in the public eye? So you don't have relationships, so you're not even thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm not even looking for companionship. So
for me, because I had a relationship while in the public eye, I don't protect it. So we had a routine. I show up, he do. So he get my events ready, I'm showing up. You know what I mean? So protecting my relationship in the public eye is always remaining professional.
Mm-hmm.
If my man is a drinker, at this event, he tapped that at 2, maybe 3. Cause you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gotta make sure that we are acting like somebody's always watching. And that's why I always say that. So protecting my relationship is our dirty laundry is going to stay behind closed doors. Because you best to believe it. All these people that you may look up to, these stars, they have a life that you would not be so pleased with. Excuse me, a drug habit, pedophile, raping, beating on a woman. They have something that's wrong with them that if the public got a hold to, we would not be pleased with that. And I'm not saying that is me on the other hand. I'm just saying our dirty laundry remains in the house. So if he did something like tonight he was or like Sam, I have a speaking engagement, and he was just rumbling with no substance, or he was overpowering me and over talking me when this is my event. Because if it's my event, you are supposed to be my helpmate.
Right.
You supposed to make sure I'm not
Play the
stressing.
background. Play the
I have
background.
my,
Yeah.
play the background.
Yeah.
And if he does that, we having that conversation at home. I'm not gonna never embarrass my man, because you are me and I am you. So I'm never letting nobody get the one up and be like, oh, no. We're gonna talk about this at home.
As you should. As you should. It's your home. It's your business.
I
Yeah.
protect my relationship. I never act on my emotions in public, but when we get behind the closed doors, baby, because I had
Do you go to 0 to 100, or do you got a steps? Is there?
She has to take. It depends. She gonna tell you she feel away, but she gonna sit with it for a minute because she wants to make sure that whatever way she's going to convey it, you completely understand you fucked up. So there's some. I give it. I've worked. Okay, so
that's how you moving out here.
That's how I move. But
that's
if
how she moves.
Start deflecting from me and playing the blame game, then you gonna get my chest.
Yeah,
I'm puffing my chest out like
understandable, as you should, as you should,
you should,
as you should, as you should.
You're not done.
We're
not playing those games.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll piggyback off of what she
not
said.
Doing that.
But I also notice the things that some celebrities do as well too, which you kind of sometimes you have to also incorporate. Sometimes you got to keep the personal life completely separate from it. Yeah. Like there are some stars out there who are super famous that you don't find out until they on the red carpet getting an Oscar that they've been married for 30-something odd years, because they keep their personal stuff over. And it may not even be nothing bad, because I done found certain celebrities are married to other celebrities, right. And we never knew that they were together. You're supposed to keep your personal and your business life separate publicly. Once again, this is Savannah's show, so I'm gonna go ahead and give her that premium 93. Savannah is really, really good at keeping everything at bay. Okay, she can be dating 3 people at one time, but if it's a bit, she don't do that.
You tough.
She don't do that.
I date one at a time.
Me too. I
can't
do that.
And I prefer my woman
I do
only
like
dating me.
She called the wrong. Dating is different. I
don't need no man coming to me as a man.
I just say dating is different. I'm just. It is a great example, and you just mad because it was you. No, but the thing about it is you will never know is where I'm getting at in regards to that. That all 3 of them could be in the room supporting her like crazy, but nobody will never know, because this is her business moment. This is her thing. The very first time you do something, she definitely finna pull you to the side like, look, nigga, you can't do A, B, C, D no more, because this is important. You don't know who was in there. Do you know the such and such person was here? And just imagine how they looked at you because you did A, B. Now, she ain't did this to me, so I ain't got to worry about it. See, I'm a manager. I know my fucking role. But like, I know my goddamn role. But she really cares about her image when it's tied to her brand. And if you are that person that she is choosing to be that person, and if you were successful in that moment, making her the center of attention, my nigga, when you get home, you are most definitely the center of attention. Okay? So,
and if I don't like to disrespect my man in any way, because I'm laying with you, I'm gonna get in the bed, I'm gonna do all of that. But I might be, if I can't convey in a respectful way that night, I'm taking my shower and I'm going to bed. My leg may be on yours, but my back might be this way. You might be on there. You like to scoot to me to kind of like, but yeah, because I can't believe you did this shit.
I just look, I went through it. I went through it. I understand. I did it. I get it.
So,
I was just talking nice about you, and you gonna be a drunk
in public.
At the
event.
Like, I know what you dealing with. I'm getting you. Why are we dealing with this? No, but for real, yeah. So I don't like to disrespect the man that I'm laying with. Brother Record, I'm not calling you out your name. Now I have a side to me, okay, that was long ago, but it's embedded in me, and I'm
working on yourself.
I've worked on myself, so it takes a lot for her to come out. So I cannot stand when people meet me or try me and think I'm just this pretty girl. I may be pretty or whatever it is that you want to call me, but don't test my waters. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we not doing it. I'm going to respect you, and you're going to respect me to the fullest. You know when you're doing some fucked up ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely conscious. It's definitely conscious.
And I tell people how to treat me. So if you don't take my blueprint in the beginning, everything after that is on your ass.
I said the same
I don't
thing. Put
deal
it
with
out front.
publicly
Put it out front.
embarrassment.
Yes.
I
Talk that
don't deal
talk.
with the back and forth. I don't deal with the gossip. I don't deal with none of that.
I don't deal with
That's
gossip. None
why
of
I
that.
have this show with Uncomfortable Conversations, because I could talk about you about whatever.
Right.
As long as we being respectful and you're not deflecting and name calling, doing all that blame stuff, then we can hash this out. But some people be feeling like you are antagonizing them. You are blaming them.
Right.
You are they are the target.
Right.
It has nothing to do with you.
No.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it just take grown folks.
I said the same thing. Like, have the conversation with me. Hurt my feelings in private. Don't do nothing to embarrass me in public. I don't plan on sparing your feelings. I'm not going to intentionally hurt your feelings, but I'm going to let you know the truth, because I expect you to tell me the truth no matter what. Please don't make me look crazy later on or outside or whatever. Tell me the truth in the house and we can do all this stuff together. Don't embarrass me. Don't do none of that.
And what people don't understand, people always ask me, like, why do you care what people say? And why do you care what people think? I don't care what people say or think. However, I care about the bull crap that's going to come my way. I got to deal with that. I got to deal with that. I got to endure that. That's going to stress me out, because I'm not going to say nothing, because it's a real rule. If you don't respond back, the shit is going to die down. So they don't hold no water in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to deal with that, because what happens is people think I'm just this picture perfect girl, and as soon as they see a flaw in me, they're going to magnify it.
Yep.
So that's my thing. I don't want to deal with that. So you, in my personal space, you as my spouse, you as my kid, you as all of these things, you got to respect the life that comes around me. If you cannot respect the life that comes around me, you have to distance yourself from me.
Deuces.
Because I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to come behind that. I don't want to explain. I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
And is that being fake? No, that's not being fake. It's controlling to the narrative of my life, which I have that right.
And you need to do that.
You are a public figure. And people need to understand that when an individual, whether you're a small business owner or you're this big rich billionaire, you have a public image that must be maintained. Because, like you said, people love negativity. So whether it's true or not, if somebody got a little inkling of something they can say about you, they will turn that into a whole story, and the court of public opinions will always take the side of who said what first.
Or the most entertaining. And
it's usually the most entertaining is what said first. Yeah, because it came out negative, so they're going to automatically believe it, and they're going to feel like, oh, you're only saying this because you just got exposed. No, this nigga is lying.
But why it's important, too, I don't have to defend my name. It's the people that surround you. Right. So I know my people that surround me, they don't even bring nothing back to me, because they're going to handle that. And when people that are snakes trying to slither their way in, when they're trying to test your team, if your team put them in the place that they need to be put in, I promise you things not out. But why things grow is because your team is being snaky too. Yes. Or they leave something like, girl, you know how she is. No. You gotta shut that shit down and shut that shit down with ASAP. With nothing else existing after that.
Shit.
All right, we got some comments.
If you operate in that manner, I promise you'll have less problems. You know what I'm saying, in your life.
Right.
We got Dave.
Dave is going in. Like, I fucked with
Dave.
Dave is officially a Glam Squad member based off of what it is tonight. So Dave said some people may not know. Like, wow, I understand some things may be obvious. Some people feel that way, but they're saying they're doing it also because. Hold on, Dave, you're talking too fast.
Dave invested. I like it.
What they're saying or doing is also obvious. Okay, Dave, just to go off of that, I'm gonna answer that one real quickly. If you know your person is going to be able to give you a look, and you should know what that look means. You shouldn't sit there and continue to be the asshole that you're choosing to be. You should see what you're making. After that look, you should know. Like, even if you tried. I give Savannah prime. It's just period. Yeah. Right. No example. You're right.
Because y'all should be in the house grooming each other. So when y'all go to things like this, nobody gets on these fucking each other's nerves. Like, I'm gonna need you to support me. I'm gonna be doing X, Y, Z, but babe, please make sure my mental straight. Come straddle me, touch whatever we need to do to operate.
Whatever y'all arrangement is, this is your relationship.
I'll use an example.
So what's the next
I'm gonna get to that. I'll use an example. At the 5th annual informational that Savannah did, before we even got close to that day, Savannah was like, Tone, can you make sure all of this is good? Because I got enough sitting on me already that I got to worry about. I was like, you know what? I got you. When she walked in, what all did you have to do? Just go up there and talk, right? because I knew how important this was to you. So as your manager, and at that day also your producer, I made sure everything was good. You were still a little bit rattled that you asked me to do your introduction for the thing. So I was like, you know what? I'm not dressed to do, but fuck it, let's go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to this. And I just rolled right in because I knew the level of importance in regards to that, because this is a big deal for her. And if this is your mate, not just using you, but just in general, your mate should know it's a big deal regardless. If we are in a room that we've never been in before, immediately think this is a big deal. Because it could be a big deal for me just as much as a big deal for her. I don't know who was on the other end watching the webinar of that particular day who might be like, hey, I want a higher tone. But if I'm over here being belligerent and I'm making noise in the background and I'm, making side conversations, not only did her production not go good, but it's going to show on her face. Now we could have just lost $1 million contract, all because I didn't look at it as a big deal. All right. Second thing Dave said, I like to give examples. Second thing Dave said, you're using a lot of I statements, but in long-term healthy relationship, it is not the conversation topic or who matters. It's the we.
Okay, let me take. I'm taking this, and then we can move.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do my part. Do that.
So, Dave, I'm using a lot of the I statements is because I have a lot of credentials underneath my belt, and one of them is anger management. And when you use I versus you take the blame off of the other person. It's more accepting when it's saying I, right? Because it takes the weight off of you. I feel like this, opposed to you did this. Right. It's different. Right. It's a different feeling. You
a voice raising everything.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference between me saying I versus you. And it is we as a couple, but in that moment you chose to do what you wanted to do. So now we are separated. So now it's an I situation because you went against the grain, you went against the rules, you embarrassed me, you did all these things.
You went into business for yourself. Yeah. Exactly. To put it in wrestling terms, you went into business for yourself.
That's why you my boy. I like that. So me using the I is soften the blow of you. He won't or she won't feel attacked. That's why I use that, and I can see some homework if you kind of want to dive a little bit deeper into it.
Accountability.
I can let you know why it's important to say I versus you. Even if you are in a relationship, it is we. But once somebody go against, then y'all become separate in that household when y'all are having conversations because we didn't fuck up, you fucked up. So, okay.
That's where the accountability comes into play at. That's where the accountability at.
Very specific, but great.
Yeah, he said, from experience, I know it's a terrible thing. You have to compromise yourself for someone else just to gain a confidence and a comfortable understanding. That kind of piggybacks off of what you just said.
Yeah, for sure. That's when you guys got to have that talk so things don't continue to end up happening the way that it does.
Big facts. Accountability.
So we're going to move to confidence and identity. How do you separate your identity from your brand?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't think you can right now.
Yeah. I don't think
because your brand is you.
I'll answer that. So you don't separate your identity from your brand?
Not right now.
Okay. I separate my identity from specific brands.
Okay.
The reason why the Savannah Burt's brand is brought to life is because Savannah is more than just a lupus warrior. Savannah is more than just a public speaker. Savannah is more than
you got a lot of hats you wear. Yeah, that makes sense.
I wear a lot, and I want people to understand Savannah has a life outside of all these other things that I do. So if I give you part of, not all, who Savannah Burt's brand is, then it makes people more relatable to me as well. So not just a lupus warrior. But because she's she's an author, it makes people more relatable, and I'm grabbing more different audiences. That's why
that's genius.
She is more than just the lupus girl.
Yeah. That's genius.
Because for a long time, no one knew her name, but they knew her as the lupus girl. So you're that lupus girl, ain't you? Like,
I used to be in Walmart and whatever. Oh, you that lupus girl? At first, I didn't know how to feel about that. I was just like, what?
Lupus girl with the gold
we had to teach her to. We had to teach her to love being the lupus girl.
But I never made
lupus
them
girl
feel
with the gold
teeth. I never did. I just wore with a smile on my face, like, yeah. I'm like, why the fuck do they call me that? Okay, fine. I'm the lupus girl. I own that. But I'm more than just her. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why the Savannah Burt's brand.
That's probably a testament to how good your brand is and how good you are.
And that's what she had to learn. That's what she had to learn.
Yeah, that's a testament to you maybe in the right path that you're supposed to be on with doing that if they can recognize you by that.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to look at y'all on this camera. I give myself a pat on the back because I study what I do.
Yeah,
I study what I do. I implement what I do, and I do it in a way that people can receive that. Not only did I leave it, I live this life. I got the credentials, but I have everything I need in order to do what it is that I'm doing. And not only that, what makes it top tier, but even if it didn't make it, even if they never gave me a recommendation, even if they never told me, Savannah, this worked for me, I know it worked for me. You understand what I'm saying? And everything I do is not going to work for everybody. We all are different, but I definitely can lead you in the right way.
Right.
But the fact that I love my words, I love my people, I love my coaching clients that say, you made a difference. That makes me go so hard. That makes me go harder than
you got
the
the passion
check in
connected
front
to
of
it.
me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I work so hard, we work so hard, and we never get to see the future of our labor in the time that we need to see the future of our labor before we start second guessing ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? So that right there means everything to me, and that's why I choose to separate it, because they want to be like, how you do all of that? And I'm like, well, we got to get you together first. We got to get your medication together. We got to get your energy back up.
You got to get your eating habits together.
You know what I'm saying? We got to get you right first before
step
you
by
come
step.
over on over here.
Let's get your mental together.
They see the results now, but they didn't see the
process. They didn't see the process. Okay.
But that's a lot of people with a lot of things, though. They want the end result without doing the work, because we live in a microwave.
Where's your work ethic?
You got to definitely not tell them it's hard, but it's very doable. When people see the glamour, what do they not see behind the scenes?
That's a question for you.
The work ethic.
Literally, you just answered that question.
The work ethic.
Like, really, it is the work. You are a student forever. And so I'm gonna go ahead and pour a little bit more gas, and let's fill your tank up real quickly. I didn't come to you because you were a pretty face or you have a brand that I know with the right backing, it can take over the world. And I tell you this all the time. It's because of the effort you put into everything you do. You don't go out here and just be the lupus girl. You be the lupus thriver. You go out here and you tell people, I've had this since I was 13, 14 years old. You tell your story. You show people, look, there was a point in time I had to relearn, insert whatever you feel like telling them at that point in time. And you go out here and you still be Glam Girl Van. You still go out here and be Nurse Burks. You still go out here be Author Savannah. You still go and you show up for your peoples, even when you ain't got the energy to do that. Well, you don't do it as much as you used to, because I told you guys sit down now.
It's cold outside.
Yeah. Baby, it's cold outside. But you still make living a priority. Okay. And that alone, just when we sat down and we had our very first conversation, I told you what I see about you. And your words was, you see all that in me? I was like, yes. And that's what made me want to work with you, because at the end of the day, no matter what you thought Lupus Has No Face was, you knew in yourself, Savannah Burks can make whatever I give her as an example happen. And you always learn something new. You always studying something different. You're always striving for the next step, whether it's tied to lupus, whether it's tied to hair, whether it's tied to fashion. You find a new lane and you figure out a way to trailblaze it. And because of that, people see you in so many different lights that when you do have those moments of, you know what, I'm not going, I'm going to go to sleep, they're now realizing you're not just Superwoman, but you're human. And that human side of you is what makes you stand out to everybody else.
I appreciate that. You know,
I told you, let me go ahead and fill up your gas tank real quick.
I always do ask, like, I don't care who you is. You come to me and you tell me what you see in me. I want to ask you why, because you can't gas me. You only can gas yourself. Right. I know who I am.
Right.
So I'm going to question, what do you see in me? Why do you see that in me? You see that in me? Tell me how.
Right.
Because I know who I am. You start doing that BS.
But what if it's not BS? What if they really genuinely can put their finger on what it is about your glow that they see? How do you deal with that?
You either got to explain to me or you got to show me.
Okay.
Because I know who I am.
Right.
Study.
I know if you're telling me the truth or not.
Right.
I know my work. I know all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to tell me why.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
You don't know.
No, I like genuinely. You know what? Fuck it. We here. I'm finna say it. The first time I saw you, you probably don't remember meeting me. We was at Up Down for Teddy had the cast together, but I didn't know you was a part of the cast.
Mm-hmm.
We was upstairs or whatever. I come downstairs to leave out. I say something to Bella, it was one part of the cast. I didn't know you was part of the cast. I thought you were just sitting there as her friend that just came to come out.
Right.
I noticed you. One, obviously you're pretty, and then two, it's still something about you, but I can't put my finger on what it is about you that I gravitate towards you. I'm not
poise.
just saying that. Like
she has
genuinely,
poise. She has poise.
That's what it is.
She has poise.
It's
The
like
one thing about
it's like
Savannah,
an energy that you. And I'm not a super energy person, but I've
Everybody
noticed
says
that.
yeah, she has poise.
Yeah, it's something or whatever. I've always said that. Like,
But see, if you said that, I would know that because a lot of people say that.
okay.
Yeah.
You know
She
what
has
I'm saying?
poise.
Like I said, I couldn't put my finger on it, but I'm like, it's something about her. I just hi, and just 2 seconds later, but it's like you technically had like a lasting impression outside of just your beauty. It was something about you. I just couldn't put my finger on it. So
Yeah.
And I would have known that because, like I said, I've been groomed my whole life. Like just quick thing today at work, the upper management, they couldn't figure out something that was so freaking easy. I just don't understand why it wasn't done.
yeah.
So they got on the phone with me and I said, well, give me about 20, 30 minutes. I'm gonna take care of it. I solved a whole problem that they had, you know what I mean, within less than an hour, and it's just all these praise. But I don't get it for praise, but I am thankful for what people acknowledge it is that I do, because I'm a guide. I'm a fixer. You know what I'm saying? I like to get it done. And if I can't get it done, then I'm gonna figure out somebody that can get it done. Because what I don't like is stress. I don't like people complaining about the same thing over and over again. I don't like it's one thing for you to vent. It's one thing for you to complain. And it's another thing for you not to fucking want to fix your fucking problem.
Thank
Now,
you.
You got 3 times to come to me about
Thank
the same
you.
situation. After that, you no longer have my ear. Because the first time you belligerent, you really want to get out. Okay, cool. The second time I'm sorry, and the third time should be a light bulb. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be putting some effort to try to fix it. Right?
Put in work.
We all going through stuff or whatever. We got to just put our head down, work, figure something out. There's options. The library is free. There's information everywhere. You can go figure it out. There's loopholes for everything. Don't just sit there and complain. Yeah. Jay-Z said it. Complaining does nothing. Go make a hit record. That can apply to anything. Go do something with your life.
And that doesn't mean you cannot vent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Venting, complaining without a conclusion.
Right.
Execution.
Right.
Because my worries, I tell them, my clients, my everything, but I come in a way off of loving. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people can receive it and some people cannot receive it. What I learned is that my outside, my non-career life people, my personal friends, they have a hard time receiving my love. But the people I work with, my clients and all that stuff, they understand what I'm saying to you, because I'm going to give you eye-to-eye contact. I'm going to touch you in a safe space, and I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to feed you this bullshit. I'm going to tell you, like, listen, you came to me 3 times. I'm going to ask you a question, because you're going to answer everything that I need for you to do, for you to say to yourself, like, and I'm going to tell you, what do you need to help you with this? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying get over it, but let's get from this hump right now. I'm here to help you, but when I'm not finna, because it drains me to pour into somebody all the time, and then I still got other shit to do throughout the day.
You got your own problems to work on.
Back filled up, but I'm pouring it to you, and then you're not doing nothing about your. That I will not deal with. On no level.
Sometimes, but sometimes the best thing you can tell them is get over it.
That works sometimes.
Sometimes you got to tell them to get over it.
Have I ever said that?
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
What is it?
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example.
Respect the mic. If I said that, you literally was draining the fuck out of me.
No, and I was gonna agree with you. I'll give you a very recent example. Me and you were having a conversation recently about a situation that just has annoyed the hell out of me. And you didn't say it directly, get over it, but she was like, so how long you gonna hold on to it? Because it don't make no sense for you to still talk about it. I was like, yeah, no, I just gotta think, like, so you gonna get over it though? You need to get over it because it don't make no sense. I was like, give me a day. Just give me one more day. Let me just be in my box one more day and I'll be over it. And literally hearing her tell me, just get over it. I got over it.
That works.
Sometimes you just gotta tell them to get over it.
That does work sometimes.
I did that, but I did it in a cuter way. Okay,
you did it in our conversation way.
I did it because I let you do 1, 2, 3. Now listen, Now,
You know
now,
why, though.
listen, I don't got the mental capacity today for this shit.
I just had to get it out. It was one more time.
Know, what are we doing? Because my first, why is this making you feel like that? What is it changing? Is it changing your bad? Is it in bed? I'm gonna ask you questions to where you hold on to that. Ain't gonna make no hell of a sense. Let that shit go. Let it go. Right
I had
now.
to let it go, but you knew I couldn't get
stressing
it.
me out.
I couldn't because I couldn't. See, we got a partnership where we talk about stuff too. So she knew that I couldn't get the resolution I needed because things were taken away from me.
Right.
So I still had to vent it. So I'll give. She's honest. She let me do it. We did it 2 days in a row. 3 days. And that third day, even though she understood why I felt that way,
timeline.
like she understood why I felt that way because I lost the freedom to resolve it. You just gotta let it go. Just let it go.
Because what happens is, not only is he my good friend, he's my producer, and he's my manager. If you are stressed out by something you can never change, go back in time, you can't do nothing about this. You probably fucking up what I need for you to do. You late responding. You're not responding when I need to call you. Talking about her, like no. I need you to take care of this because.
And that's why I told you.
It might be a trickle down effect that you. I
will admit this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I do admit that I needed her to say that to me.
Yeah.
I needed her to say that to me.
The truth and
like I needed her to tell me, nigga, let the shit go. Because at this point in time, now you just harboring, and it's gonna make you start feeling away, and you're gonna start holding on to something that it don't matter anymore. It don't. Technically, it's done. You just feel this way. Let it go. Yeah. Just don't give a fuck.
That's where I'll get in the shower and scream. I don't know what you about to do. This
I'm not screaming in my shower.
That's how we having this conversation.
And I took my day, and I'm over it now.
That's what's
over
up.
it
That is
now.
what's up.
So sometimes you gotta tell them, just get over it.
So before we close this glamorous conversation out, what legacy do you want to leave your apparel
on? Just bringing people together in a positive way. Like I said, like bring it. Yeah, that's part of the actual. I don't know if the cards is in there, but it's like that's the actual model of it. Bringing people closer together through the universal languages of fashion and music. That's all I want to do.
That's your vision statement right there. That's your vision statement.
Closing out. Mm-hmm. Okay, this
and I got some other shirts for you or whatever. You got the sweatshirt from before or whatever. So. Yeah, I couldn't remember if you wore a size small or
wait, I got a collection over here.
Yeah. So I don't know if you got what the small or the sweatshirt was medium, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know.
All mine?
Yeah. Well, whichever size you can fit.
He basically said you can't have all of his stuff. Just pick a bag.
Small or medium. So which one is small? Which one is medium? Let me see. Like these are the smalls.
Yep, that's the small. You see the small on the
yeah, I see right here.
Okay, all right.
Listen, can you open this for me?
I want you to open it yourself.
Well,
she don't open it, bro. She don't want her breaking her nail. Don't want her breaking her nail, bro. I'm not gonna deal with her breaking the nail on screen. Please open that bag for her. Please open that bag for her.
I appreciate it.
And the way I kind of bagged it together or whatever, it's supposed to be like a bag of dope. Like my product is dope, so that's why I bagged it this specific way. Or whatever. Are y'all familiar?
Experience of that.
That is definitely a baggie.
Yeah.
I like that.
85 South Show was here a couple years ago, and I gave them shirts like that. And he said, "You want me to put on the music shirt?" You sold it to us like it's a bag of dope. If you can see on my Instagram, I was on 85 South Show. Yeah. Go check it out.
So I got heels and tennis shoes for all of these. You guys
talk there.
Right. There you go. There go your undershirt for the Adidas party.
Undershirt. I don't wear no undershirt. Now you know better.
I'm talking about you gonna wear the suit, and that's when you unzip it. That's the shirt that's gonna be.
Oh yeah, that'd be fine. I like that too. That sounds good.
I see what you're saying. So what color is this? Red.
Yeah, that's like red.
You don't know what the color red
is? It's off red.
It's a bra. I know.
It's black tone. See, this is what I'm talking about. A little too much. Like, can I fit these? I do wear small though.
That's why the option is the small and medium.
Take the medium.
I'm losing weight too though. It's just my boobs that's big. What y'all think I should do?
Okay, then we talking about shirts.
I want you to be comfortable.
White, but this is the white.
Yeah.
So where can they find these at? Because I'm definitely gonna be wearing all of these with some heels, tennis shoes, or
Okay,
whatever,
that's
and I'm gonna
swag it out the way you want to.
tagging you.
Yeah.
Where can they find this at?
My personal page on Instagram is mr underscore the number 4 STON. That's the personal page, and the business page for the clothing line. And you can see the videos of me wearing the clothing and how they look and things like that. And look at my views, my content. AOEDEAF on Instagram, and just inbox me and then we can work something out.
I
Work it
love
out.
the inside snaps that you have. And we're gonna close out. We're gonna put his tag in there so you guys can go ahead and purchase.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Donate. He's a new entrepreneur, so if you donate, it's going to something great. Okay.
Appreciate it.
So if your life right now had a soundtrack, what song would represent this season?
That's a great question. I don't really have one. I'm trying not to go into the personal situation I had experienced last year because that song is not the most pleasant. But yeah, I really don't have one. Yeah, I don't even have. And I'm a music guy. That you just girl to stomp me twice.
What's your
Actually
song?
happy. Yeah, what's your song?
What's your song?
What's my song for this question?
Yeah.
Let me see what I asked.
I'm a boss by
Like-
I
Khalees.
can tell you.
No, I'm bossy.
I can
I'm
tell you
bossy.
one right now, and she gonna agree. It's outside. by
I'm
Cardi B.
bossy.
Soundtrack. I got so many, y'all.
Yeah, my music brain is like
I would have to see. Hello, it's me.
I like it. I like it. I like
I'm
it. I
so,
like it.
I'm
I like it.
so sick of her.
I like it. I like it.
No,
If you
no.
love it, I love it too.
Yeah, that's one other song. Hello, it's me. What was your song? What was your thing, B?
What's my song? Now you're gonna get mad at me because you sick of me right now, but my song is actually gonna be off my own album.
Talk your talk.
I just recently dropped my second album, What is Love, the official soundtrack, and the song on there is called Pressure. It's literally, you play video games, my guy?
I used to, not really.
Call of Duty?
No, I'm more basketball, wrestling.
Okay, even work even better.
San Andreas.
Basketball, when you in the fourth quarter, you clutch, turn on pressure. That means you there. You own your business.
I like that.
And Cash Doll said something. I'm just trying to be somebody queen, somebody princess. I don't need these guys to be acting like princesses. You know what I'm saying? But the sauce out of
I was trying to stay in character, but
the sauce out of me is confidence. I posted it on my story today. It's pretty dope. Let me see. Keep going. Let me see if I can play it real quick.
Girl, don't get us flagged.
You gonna get a flag. All it takes is 2 seconds.
All it takes, like, don't get us flagged.
But that's another song that's like really my thing. And then the one that I play every morning is called oh my gosh, I'm so bad with names. I'm telling you, it's called Get Up.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna drop a clip to emphasize this episode. You're gonna drop different little things, and you're gonna put each one of those in the song on there.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
That way you don't get flagged.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you so very much for doing not one but two of my shows in one day.
Yes.
I had to take advantage of your time.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the invitation. You don't understand. This is fire. This is dope. Would you have me back?
Yes, I will have you back.
Okay.
I gotta bring you back because you said something I didn't know about. So you definitely coming back.
Okay.
You definitely coming back. So yes, you are welcome to come back.
All
and Tone, thank you so much for your input as well.
Appreciate you,
I
brother.
always like talking on Glamorous Conversations.
This is Glamorous Conversations. Uncomfortable conversations with comfortable people. Until next time.